I woke to the hair standing up on the back of my neck. I thought it might be the snake, though I couldn't remember actually dreaming about it. It just all ran together, the trip to the doctor, the story about the snake, the dream of being chased. I had the strangest feeling, like a snake was lurking nearby. But there I was, in my own apartment with the door shut, locked and chained. I could lie there afraid, or I could make myself get up and go see that all was well. Then it would be over. But it wasn't over. It was just beginning. It was the middle of the night. I must have slept for hours. There was nary a sound nor light, everyone in the wide world sleeping. I slid the glass door open, my heart thumping to beat the band, and stepped out onto the balcony, into the misty blackness waiting there. I saw the glow of his cigarette first. I felt my eyes open wide to try to take in what they couldn't believe they was seeing. He was sitting in one of the lawn chairs Jimmy bought at Kmart, just sitting there in the dark, looking out at the night. He didn't even turn his head to look at me. I could smell him, a kind of animal smell, like he hadn't had a bath for weeks. There was fear in that sweaty smell, the smell of the chase. It smelled like the odor possums put out when they're treed by barking hounds. I always felt sorry for them, ugly though they are. He didn't turn when I slid open the door. I knew I couldn't possibly get the door shut and locked if he didn't want me to. He'd be too fast for me. I was afraid any sudden movement would set him off. The smell of smoke floated in the air. I thought of trying to ease back into the apartment, or even of jumping over the rail, but it was 2 stories down. How did he get up here? He must have climbed up one of the trees. How did he know where I lived? He followed us. I knew these things clearly from some smart part of my brain. "Do you smoke?" he said into the dark. When I didn't answer it, he said, "Do you mind if I do?" You'd expect him to have manners, being Miss D's son and all. "It's okay," I said, and my voice came out clotted. "Out here," I couldn't help adding. "Oh, I see," he teased. "No smoking in the house. Well, you're the boss." We hung there in silence for a few minutes. I couldn't move, and my legs felt the way they did when I saw the snake with Ganny. He snubbed out the cigarette on the cement floor of the balcony. Now that my eyes had adjusted more, I could see that he was smaller than I had imagined, skinny-like, his hair short as a soldier's, not the pretty curls like in the pictures. "Are you sick?" he asked. I didn't answer, but with my mind so electrified I could read behind his words. Dr. Dunn's. He'd followed us here from there. I thought about saying I'd call the police, but I didn't want to risk trying to speak again, to give away how scared I was. He could stop me if he wanted, leap up and put his hand over my mouth, stuff a scream back down my throat, tighten his hands around my neck. But I was not like those other girls. That I knew for sure. I knew what they didn't know about Ben, his evil ways. "We do have a problem here, don't we?" Ben said at last. His voice was low, as if confiding in me. But he was right. We did have a problem. He was the problem.